welcome my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in Aries to full moon in Aries to new moon in Scorpio, October 2022. That is a mouthful. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 years in service at the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. Got a lot of the wisdom I gained along the path there in that book. You can preview it for free. And I'm a creator on Patreon. My favorite thing in the world right now, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, wonderful subscription service for creative people in general, regardless of the shape or form of the creativity. You can set your own levels of subscription and give them all different benefits. I live stream there every morning, an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me. All levels of subscribers get to do that. All levels of subscribers get all the extended readings that I do. Part 1 on YouTube. Part 2, you can do pay-per-view on Vimeo, where you can get all of them, past, present, future, regardless of level of subscription. On my Patreon platform, exclusive content, advanced content, and we're going to be doing Ho'oponopono classes every now and again with some breath work and all sorts of stuff on a Zoom link. So we're going to record it. Only they get the recordings afterwards. So if you want a deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. It's so much easier. Just call Mal. Bang. Hi. How are you? The twins, my twins, my gems. I hope you are not just outrageous or truly outrageous. I want you to be truly, truly, truly outrageous. If you are new to the channel, an 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a lunar waning moon from full to new. Let's have a look at it. Full moon in Aries, Sunday, October 9th, 4:55 a.m. That's Eastern Time. I am in New York. I'll be doing my magic way before that. 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. A foot in each day is the witching hour. For me, at least. And then it is the releasing, the letting go, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, archetypally, symbolically speaking, in the language of spiritual alchemy. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold, releasing them, forgiving them, transforming them, doing the shadow work, hence the shadow read. There are some good videos in the description box talking about shadow work and mirroring and all that kind of stuff if you want to go check it out. Not of my own creation, but highly recommended. We're going to let go for 2 weeks, and we're going to arrive at the new moon in Scorpio, Tuesday, October 25th. I think that is, the lighting's a little weird on that. Yep, the 25th, 6:49 a.m. So figure 7 a.m. Eastern. You're going to wake up into a Scorpio new moon. My sex power could be an interesting one. So weed the garden, so to speak, to plant the seed of Scorpio. That doesn't sound good, but you know what I mean. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. Standard YouTube readings apply. Right? Standard YouTube guideline readings and all that. Check your other signs to get more point of view about the situation we're about to look at. You could have 4 different ones. My job is to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace. Oh, and for the cross watchers, if you apply this to yourself, if you do this thing that's going to hit the table, you apply it to yourself, you're going to heal. You're going to wane, you're going to release, you're going to alchemize from lead to gold. So you're going to be helping the Gemini you're cross-watching for, as well as the whole collective, because there's just one of us here apparently, and this is a way that we can release the lenses, not see through a lens so darkly, and see the truth of who we are. Enough. Please take a nice deep breath. Right, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Still point. And here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Gemini collective. Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. There we go. Watching this video, receiving this reading, my goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, the spirit animals and totems, Lord Ganesh himself, and the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please. One card in clarity. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Gemini collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and/or cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, setting the tone for the other chakras underneath it, their electromagnetic fields, what they attract and what they repel, so that they can do the shadow work, do the waning, the releasing, the forgiving, the clearing space for the new moon this October 2022. Shapeshifter. Oh, very Gemini. Very Gemini, as a matter of fact. If you've read Sacred Contracts, Carolyn Mace, MYSS, these are her cards. She's a PhD. I have the Shapeshifter in the sign of Gemini. There's a archetypal wheel of the zodiac and the 12 houses and all of that. So I am familiar with this, the god Hermes and all of that, the shapeshifter. So think, Sam Merlot. Now on this is written the shadow and the light, the lead, the gold, the pain to peace. There's a hidden blessing in here, which the last card down we're going to look at. We're going to elaborate a bit more on what the light attribute is. But know, as you do this, you are helping the collective heal this as well. Shadow attribute, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Politicians. Right? Best example, you're at a house party. If they still exist. You're at a big old house party. In one room is a room full of conservative people, regardless of what that conservatism is about. In the other one, there's a liberal. In one room, you're a conservative. Oh, that's absolutely horrendous. It should be allowed to happen. It should be banned. And in the other room, you're like, hey, man, let's do it, right? The shapeshifter. We've all done it. This is a wild card family archetype. So this could show up in any way, shape, or form. There are 9 different families. Wild cards are the ones that don't really fit into all the other ones. The light attribute, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything, which often means being able to meet people where they're at, seeing where they're from, as well as levels of consciousness, the spiritual, the mystical, the intuitive, the divine, all of that. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I have Gemini in my 11th house, my creativity and how I interact with the world. Can you tell much? No planets there, though. God, no offense. All right, next 4 chakras down. They're receiving the beam, the code from the satellite in the 8th chakra. The shapeshifter. Let's see what your spiritual, mental, willpower, choice, decision power, and emotional power is here, because this is where the shadow work starts. Because throat chakra minimum, you have to choose to do it. Spit, swallow, or chew. Do you want to delay what can't be prevented? How many times do you want to keep coming back to this planet to do this? There are other places to go. Please take a nice deep breath. Like paradise planets. Still point. Using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Gemini, powers of the East. Please, 1 card in clarity, heart, third eye, crown dynamic for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, what they need to know about, be aware of. In their interior world, their feminine energy, the world behind their eyes, spiritual, mental, will, and emotional power to help them alchemize this shapeshifter this full to new October 2022. Excellent. 6 of Cups. Compassion. Inside, emotional balance, a giving and receiving of compassion. Compassion is the key word here, but 6s are numbers of harmony and balance anyway. That's why all the 6s are usually pretty cool in the tarot, depending upon the artist. Here we see a woman laying on the beach with 5 of her friends laying hands on her. Reiki, schmakey, eggs, bakey, who knows? But that ebb and that flow, I learned from a monk, an Ashaya monk many, many decades ago, that there is a balance of compassion, selfish and selfless. Selfish is higher selfish compassion. It's self-care. It's giving yourself the frequency of love that only you can give you. And then, of course, there is the selfless, the Mother Teresas of the world, right? But to find the balance, because if you do too much selfless compassion, you end up burned out, resentful. Too much selfish compassion, you really borderline on isolating yourself, and it's a delicate balance, but this is balanced, or at least you have the heart. I would say this is heart chakra dominant, to be compassionate there and really be in that balance. Lovely. So an emotionally balanced shapeshifter, I think, is a step in the right direction. Granted, the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10 are on their way. So lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy. The outside looking in at you, you on the inside looking out at a person, place, or thing, relationships in the physical world. Let's call it out as it comes. Please take a nice deep breath. Ain't that right, Hermes? God, Gemini. Oh, at least Mercury's direct. Still point. Yeah, as I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Gemini, powers of the East, please, 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, and completing the chakra part of this with clarity and accuracy now that Mercury is direct. What's going on? Lower 3 chakra, root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, groups of people, 3 or more. In the root chakra. 2nd chakra, one-on-one relationship to another person or thing, money, sex, power, creativity. Solar plexus, relationship to themselves in the world, their self-esteem, their honor code, their boundaries, what they will, what they won't, what they do, what they don't, their own personal survival intuition. What do you got for them? What do they need this full to new October 2022? 2 of Swords. Now, not a bad place to be. 2 of Swords, because it can be about gathering information, right? Listening to both sides, although that's not necessarily what's being depicted right here. He's like, no, I don't want to, right? I get it. But, of course, with the 2 of Swords, there is that thing of perhaps being caught between 2 pieces of information and not knowing which one to believe. Now, what I like about this, though 2s always involve choices, or at least predominantly do, depending on the cards that they are with. With this emotional balance thing, this could be you being really compassionate with yourself and seeing this from different levels of consciousness. So, just as an example, human, hero, immortal, God, the foundation of my levels on Patreon, but because this is my way of looking at spiritual evolution through a bit more of a pagan lens. Well, the ego wants what it wants, right? The human ego, the personality of the hero is doing its best to figure these things out. That's why the hero is usually the one in the center of that 2 of Swords there. The soul is like, hey, I've been here before, we've been here, I love you, it's all good. And the higher self experiences all lifetimes simultaneously, right? Outside of like eternal, that high up in 5. So imagine seeing it from a different perspective, right? Instead of fronting, right? Projecting any image that suits you or suits your private agenda in the moment. All right. Interesting chakras going on here, but really that 6 of Cups, keep it heart-centered because you have the ability to do that, to stay emotionally balanced through this. Yeah. Let's get you a healing mantra, the Macon healing mantra deck, particularly air signs, I'm going to say, and particularly mutable air. You really have the ability to change mutable air through thought, right? To really use these probably better than other people who might not have dominant air sign energy. I'm Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, 3rd house, because so you know I'm doing that. Shall we? This is wild card, so we'll go with the General Assembly on this one. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly. A little bit of everything in y'all, isn't there? Please, 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of cross watchers watching this video or receiving this, reading the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize the shapeshifter in the 8th, 6 of Cups, compassion on the inner, 2 of Swords on the outer. This full to new October 2022. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. It's a breathing one. The element of air. I highly recommend Wim Hof method, rebirthing, cyclic breath, product breath, all of it. Do it silent. Do the affirmations silently as you do it. Trust me. Well, we're doing that with Ho'oponopono over on Patreon. We haven't yet. It's scheduled for a couple of days from now. This is great. This is honky chunky, as I like to get. It's like bonk chunk, big hunk and chunks of information that click together. If only I could get to the page. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Now, does that mean you have to focus on each breath you take? How are you going to do anything else? But certainly to take moments like that, that's going to help you really see things from different levels of consciousness, right? Navigating through and seeing the potential, which is key, right? For certainly self-realization, the potential within yourself. Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. The nameless Tao, mother of all source. That's a lot. The E that equals MC squared. Holy crap. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form, which is what we all are. That's why there's only one of us here, and I know it doesn't look that way. Yeah, even them, I know. Hey! Kitty cat scratching on the wall. Sorry, that was Mama Meow voice. By aligning with the breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence. So just a real quickie. This is one of the things that I play with every day now. Doing Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's a Hawaiian thing if you know what I'm talking about. Great. If you don't, sorry. Another conversation. And to do that, to actually say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, to the breath itself, which is life, which is prana, which is chi. It's pretty amazing, pretty instantaneous, yeah. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress. Who doesn't need to? Be compassionate with yourself, right? Managing pain. It is a shadow read. And what is that? Oh, and relaxing the nervous system. Because when the nervous system gets inflamed, the ego, you're seeing from the point of view of the ego. How do you know? You don't feel so hot. Don't repress it. Don't run from it. But breathe. Give it what you need and invoke self-realization. Because the realization is, oh my God, I'm one with everything. Oh my God, I'm one with God. God. Really, really spiritual read. Turned on that one. I do think breath work and compared to some emotional, yeah, I think it would be helpful. It's good for everybody. Just, make sure you know what you're doing. Get help. And I mean that people, like there are rebirthers who are like certified and all that stuff. But you do you. Let's see if the party will turn with the Whispers of Love Oracle. Angela Hartfield. We're also using her Whispers of Lord Ganesha in this 8-card draw. This is the voices of the higher selves of all involved, and it often turns the party. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this, reading the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed so that they can alchemize the shapeshifter in the 8th, compassion on the inner, 2 of swords on the outer, invoking self-realization, their breath confirming how awake they already are this full to new October 2022. Treasure your loved ones. There you go. Now look, this can be an important component to get your heart open to then see things differently in terms of navigating different levels of consciousness and seeing the potential, the gold within the lead. I think we'll leave that there, right? I think that's self-explanatory. Like, you don't have to treasure them outwardly right away. I mean, you're a Gemini, you probably will eventually. But to just take that in your own energy field, right? Take some time, some space, rest and breathe, and bring into mind the people that you love, that you treasure. Yeah. And see how you will see it, because compassion, oh my God, compassion is holding a vision for somebody they can't currently hold for themselves. I think that's Marianne Williamson, I can't remember it. Oh, it's one thing now in my head. So, and for yourself as well. See with the eyes of the heart, whatever. It was really fucking corny. Let's just keep moving on. It's a great deck, though. I love the Whispers of Love Oracle. But now, let's go shamanic, boogie, oogie, oogie. The Divine Animals Oracle. Everybody has spirit animals and totems, and they're not exactly the same thing. Not how I was taught, not in my experience. But the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, because I freaking love her name. Brilliant book. If you're going to do the shadow work, like a hero on a hero's journey, because every hero on a hero's journey has to embrace their shadow one way or another. You always have the animal pantheon, because let's face it, human, well, we're not vegetable or mineral. Please take a nice deep breath. I know, context, right? Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering their guidance, grace, love, wisdom, power, support, protection, and an oracle message to help them. The head bonk in my foot. Hey, Melky, did you the animal pantheons? If this is the black cat, I will not be shocked. I love you. Sit down, baby. He's a good boy. Taurus. Please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, to help them do the alchemy of the shapeshifter in the 8th. 6 of Cups, compassion, very heart chakra. On the inner 2 of Swords, definitely lower 3 chakras there, not quite sure, back and forth, but invoking self-realization, going into the breath, confirming how awake they already are as they treasure their loved ones, as it's important to love others deeply. Please. What's your oracle message this full to new October 2022? You got the meerkat! Hello. They're so fucking cute. Oh my God, meerkats. Oh my God. I can't see what that is. Like a micro font. Responsibility. I didn't really think of that. Well, we've got Disney versions, don't we? Responsibility, the meerkat. They do crack me up. What number is that? Yeah, let's put some white type on a white background. There we go. Card number 16. I'm a Virgo. Really glad Mercury's retrograde, but I can be fucking critical of detail. We're all incarnate, right? With our things to learn, our lead to gold. Card number 16, Meerkat. Responsibility. This is a quickie. Do you take responsibility seriously, or is it easier to blame others or outside influences? Well, of course it's easier. Right? But what you're going to do, what you're going to choose, right? There should be a balance between responsibility for others and yourself. We're looking at that compassion. That feels like your key card here, right? That 6 of Cups in the heart. Someone may not be honoring their word. Developing altruism is important. Teaching others the skills you have mastered is a highly honorable act. So look, responsibility, the word, feels different ways to different people depending on, again, the meaning of the word too, but there are many different meanings to words. Sometimes what I do is I ask my colleagues, what do you, and they'll say, Google it, and I find the ancient meaning of it, and I go, oh, wow. But if you break it apart, it's your ability to respond, not your reactability, your responsibility. It doesn't sound like burdens. It's your responsibility, right? And maybe that's what's in play here. But to see the potential through this, to find the treasure in treasuring others and balancing this, and really taking responsibility, embracing your ability to respond with love after reacting with fear, because there's nothing wrong with reacting with fear, just don't let it drive. That's the lead. Shadow work. Now imagine what this would do in the collective unconscious of humanity. Let me just read you Meerkat Magic, because it's got alliteration, a lot of alliteration. Meerkat Magic is all about altruism and responsibility. Such small but fierce creatures watch out for each other and work as a community to educate and protect. Call upon the energy and magic of meerkats when you need help with yourself or someone else to hold their word or to fulfill their responsibilities. Meerkat energy is also valuable in facilitating teams in difficult conditions. TEAMS, teams in difficult conditions. Responsibility. Now, again, that word can be triggering, right? You're responsible. Accepting someone's blame is a little different than responding from love. There. Matt God. Universe Always Has a Plan. Brilliant book. Check it out. I recommend that. Shall we? Lord Ganesh. Would you like some Lord Ganesh? I would love some Lord Ganesh. The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. Like I said, her Whispers of Love is one of my favorites, and so is this one, the newest member of the Drawing the Circle Productions divination team. Remover of Obstacles, elephant-headed Hindu god of prosperity and success and joy, and just amazing, truly beloved god, but mostly in the West here known as the Remover of Obstacles. So to think of the three atoms in lead, right, as the obstacles to the goal, the hidden blessing, and clear field to plant in come new moon in Scorpio. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Beloved Lord Ganesh, please, one card in clarity for the Gemini Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video so that they can alchemize the shapeshifter in the 8th, Six of Cups, compassion in the heart, Two of Swords. Could be a one-on-one relationship thing here. Could be relationships, but a lot of mental stuff going on. And I wouldn't say indecision, but I would say some gathering of information there as they invoke their self-realization, their breath confirming how awake they already are in that moment, treasuring their loved ones with the responsibility. Where did the meerkat go? Did I put the meerkat away? I did put the meerkat away. Such a Virgo. Please, beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message for the gems, the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross watchers this full to new October 2022. Empowerment. There you go. Very solar plexus chakra here, so I'm going to go with that. I mean, it's definitely solar plexus. Personal power. I'm definitely going to say that this is your kind of back and forth, and you're a Gemini, right? The two of air, big shocker. Let me see what Ms. Hartfield has to say. Card number 23, empowerment to help you alchemize this. Hold on, one more. Empowerment. Please take a nice deep breath. Turn your head and cough. Still point. Card number 23, empowerment. Rely on your inner strength to ensure your dreams are realized. What's your inner strength right now? It's the Six of Cups in your heart. According to this reading, the blessing of Ganesh is sensing your personal power. Confident, responsible, let me read that again. The blessing of Ganesha is sensing your personal power, solar plexus, being confident, responsible, and reliable. The energy from this card is a feeling of optimism and positive energy. Dreams and long-term goals are becoming reality. If you have been lethargic or unmotivated, take time to tune into your personal power. Yellow is associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is the third chakra. This chakra is considered to be at the core of your being, your power center. Here is the home of your self-esteem, your willpower, self-discipline, and your personality. Ganesha is showing you that there is an important purpose for you in this lifetime on Earth. That is true of absolutely all of us, but they're sort of like under timing mechanisms when we find that out and how we find that out. This mission, should you choose to accept it, because otherwise it's not great. You are awakening to your personal power and the memory of yourself as a soul, human, hero, immortal, God, ego, personality, soul, higher self, follow the bouncing third eye. Your healing will be complete when you see the light of your soul and know that light is who you truly are. The immortal part of you doesn't die, birthless, deathless, no political affiliation, no gender, no none of that, just a soul. And there's really only one soul, but that's a conversation for another day. Every time you criticize yourself, you weaken your resolve. Loving and accepting yourself and acknowledging your value are the foundation of a balanced solar plexus. Carolyn Mace, MYSS PhD, Anatomy of the Spirit, the Sacred Truth, the solar plexus is honor thyself. When solar plexus chakra is in balance, you are confident and empowered with a healthy level of self-esteem. As a verb, it's a verb, not a noun. If you have respect for yourself as well as respect for others, you have a strong sense of self and your personal power, and you use it responsibly, with responsibility on the table. Meerkat magic. Sounds like muskrat love. Must be muskrat love. Be confident in your talents. Love yourself. Be willing to powerfully express yourself. Choose to be direct with your desires at this time. If you're asking about a decision, Two of Swords, all indications are that the time to act is now. Well, and over a 2-week period, this could be preparing you for that, right? Doing the alchemy so you come more from light instead of shadow, gold instead of lead, peace instead of pain, and that is a journey in and of itself. So, ain't it good to know? We got one more card to hit the table. The gold within the lead, the hidden blessing, with our beloved Lucy Cavendish, because I haven't said her name that way in a really long time, and I love her work. Great name. The blessed be Celtic, but this is dedicated to the pantheons of all pantheons, right? To clarify the light attribute, to show you a glimpse of the gold within the lead if you just do your best, right? Who knows how to do it perfectly? We have to cross every T and dot every I. We don't even know where the T's and I's are a lot of the time, so you just do your best on this. Here's the blessing that's going on the whole time. Now, I'll say this now, we do these blessings for real once the card hits the table. And at the end, I release the Gemini Collective in this case, and I let the goofy free. So stick around to the end if you're up for it. Please take a nice deep breath. Because you try doing this every day. Still point. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, delegations from every tradition, lineage, and culture, please, beloved ones, what is the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, to help them, to inspire them, to bless them, to do the shadow work with the shapeshifter in the 8th, that they can embrace their skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and enhance their ability to see the potential in everything with compassionate giving and taking of compassion. They may well react, but that they can, of course, respond with compassion to themselves first and then let it flow outwards. With this Two of Swords situation, definitely about their personal power. They might have been, they're feeling it right there, right? To deal with that, to look at it in all those different ways, staying with the breath, invoking self-realization, because their breath confirms how awake they already are. And then really that can lead right into treasuring their loved ones as they focus their mind with that compassion to love others deeply, because it's important and better to respond that way than to react with that meerkat magic, honoring their word, doing what they say they're going to do, and really enhancing that tendency in others through Lord Ganesha's gift of empowerment, for them to really empower themselves, speak clearly and truly, but with compassion. Should they do all of that to the best of their ability? What is the hidden blessing? Beloved Pantheons of the Divine, this full to new October 2022. Oh, you got the Liam Neeson card. The Liam Neeson card, a blessing for good men and fathers. Woof. Tell me that does not look like Liam Neeson. I'd make out with them. Of course I would. Brits. I blame it on Agatha Christie and MC Beaton and BritBox. And Monty Python. And Patsy and Adina. Card number 15. Oh, jeez. That looks just like him. Worth buying the deck for. I don't get kickbacks. Don't worry about it. Card number 15. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Lord Hearn. Lord Canunos. Oh, pleasure. Pleasure. I gotta have fun doing this, folks. Seriously, this is my career. And look, it books me clients all over the world who love me, and my Patreon's growing slowly but surely. Who wouldn't? There we go. We're gonna do this for real now. We've got the heavy artillery with the Liam Neeson card. Oh, I'm all aflutter. Please take a nice deep breath. Good. I'm glad the Pantheons are laughing. Please convey this blessing through me, for me, and for them on our behalf. Still point. And here we go. Got the wrong fucking page. What number is that? Oh, it's 13. They got them curly 3s that look like 5s. A blessing for good men and fathers. Good. A blessing for the men, the good men, who do the essential work for themselves, for each other, for their families, for their communities. What? We need good men, loving fathers, fully flowered in their masculinity. May you be blessed with the healing of any wounds you hold and hide within. May you allow yourself to be vulnerable and tender in the care of the young. May you be blessed with the strength of your own untainted power and open up to the great abilities that lie within you, beneath the muscle and sinew, grit, and stoic face you show the world. May you be blessed and be open-hearted in love, intelligent in your alliances, honorable in your agreements, and courageous when you must stand and resist the challenges that may come to you. May you receive the blessings of opening yourself to your own immense internal beauties, refusing to identify only with the shadow which swallows so many good men. Indeed, when you meet the darkness within, let it be understood, acknowledged, and honored, healed, and transformed, and thus may you turn away from stereotypes and become your true self. May all men be blessed as they do this sacred work. To every man, you may be a brother, and with every honorable act of care and compassion and protection and nurture, may you be most blessed, for you are precious to us all, and you father us all. It is not through the bonds of biology, but through the strands of connection, for all men are our brothers. May you show the next men how to father themselves, and thus continue the evolution of our humanity. To all men who have literally had the blessing of children, may your nurture be blessed. To all men who raise and rear other men's children, may you be most blessed. To the good men and the good fathers for showing the many possibilities of how a man can be good in a very deep, real way, offering us all a well of wisdom from which to drink, a fire of protection and love by which to warm oneself, and the endless love of the sea in which we are reborn. May your gifts to the world return to you threefold. Daddy, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So let it be. So it is. You know, Hermes was a dad too. Came and went. Karmic chameleon. Dear, did you like it? Like, that was a hot read. Seriously, that daddy card, the Liam Neeson card, run with it. And hit the thumbs up to help the other Geminis find it. It's the only way they find it is if more people like it. It's just how it works. Bam. Subscribe to me here if you haven't already, because again, that helps people find the work. And hit the notification bell, because I'm putting these out when they're ready. Although if I got clients booked for the day, I schedule them in advance and they release when they're supposed to. But if you want the deeper everyday magic, miracles, mysticism, Mal from Patreon, just go click the link and see what I'm offering over there. $5 a month, lowest tier, human, gets you a crap load. Check it out, I'm a lot of fun. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal, but were afraid to ask. And wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed. Reach out, ask for help as you need it here, and certainly breath work. I highly recommend it, but do your research first with that Two of Swords. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this full to new October 2022, my beloved twins. Stay truly, truly, truly outrageous. Now, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.